So I am Nancy Matthews, and I am honored and privileged to be one of the speakers at an upcoming event hosted by my dear friend, Evie Hernandez, on October 17th in North Miami, Aventura, Florida. So I'm going to start by asking Evie to share your vision of two questions that I want you to hit. Share your vision for this event, and how did you get like this star-studded lineup of amazing thought leaders and business experts? Like you're a powerful girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for getting us all together, Nancy, and thank you for each of the speakers for being here and for saying yes. And, you know, I had this vision that here in Miami, it's been a long time since we have people that at least I admire a lot come and do a presentation and teach and really share their success with business owners, speakers, wannabe speakers. And I thought, you know, who has helped me? Who has influenced me? And of course, you know, I met over 10 years ago my now coach, Pegine, the wonderful Pegine. I started working with her this year, and I said, oh my God, wouldn't it be great? And you know, after 10 years of admiring her, she said yes. And then because she said yes, I had the courage to ask someone that I've admired for a long time. I met her a long time ago through my spiritual community, and that's Randy, who I've been admiring for a long time. And I'm amazed by all his content, and I'm always watching his content, reading his content. So, you know, he's the prosperity guy, the guy that has helped me span my mind. And then, of course, I said, what is the one thing that I know we need? I need business owners, speakers. And I said, well, we need to learn how to really close sales. And I said, you know, I know one guy who knows about closing sales that I've heard speak, and I thought of Omar. So I dared to get out of my comfort zone and ask each of these people who has impacted me in a great way, either directly or indirectly. And I said, listen, would you come to Miami? Would you share your knowledge, your expertise with the world, my world anyway, my little world? And they all said yes. So I'm super excited that they're all coming in and sharing with everyone who's going to join us on Thursday, October 17th. So my mission is really to inspire the world by sharing all these people with my world, as I call it, the people who I know. And so I'm excited that all of you said yes. And, you know, I know that everybody's going to be taking away a lot of different strategies and tactics to help them really scale their business to the next level before this year ends. So that's it, Nancy.
Awesome. And then I caught wind of your vision, and I'm like, hey, Evie, I want to be there. So then that's how that happened. So thank you for not only putting this event together, but for really staying the course with your vision. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways all of you are going to get when you join us at this event is the power of keeping your vision at the forefront, because that's what will fuel the action behind all the strategies that you're going to learn from these amazing lineup of experts.
Yes, and I want to say thank you to you. Yes, of course, and I'm grateful to you and actually JB Glossinger, who's going to be our VIP lunchtime speaker. He also called me and said, hey, Evie, I heard you doing this. So I'm very grateful to you and JB and the rest of the speakers that we have also. Yes, I am very grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So what I wanted to have everyone do today is just share a little bit about what you're going to be sharing at the event. And it's really about, I know as we're approaching the fourth quarter, I want to have a big win. I want to be having a rockin' party on New Year's Eve. We got to replace Dick Clark and have tons of fun, right? So that's what's available to you when you show up. So I'm going to start with the amazing Randy Gage, who I'm just now getting to know, although like Evie, I have followed you, I've read your books, I've heard you speak. Our friend Bob Berg has had some events that you've been at that I was there also. So lovely to meet you, and can't wait to share this day and learn from you. Give us a sample of what we'll experience.
Well, if we look at success, we would ask how world-class are we at something? Are we one of the preeminent experts in the world in some skill set? So I would say if you can play golf better than Tiger Woods or Michelle Lee, you don't need to come to this event. If you can play basketball better than Russell Westbrook, or hockey better than Wayne Gretzky did, or sing better than Placido Domingo, you know, if you are the very best in the world at what you do, okay, you can skip the event, spend the day at the beach. If you're not the world's #1 preeminent expert in the entire Milky Way galaxy, one of the ideas that I find most intriguing in the last few years is a concept that I've heard from Scott Adams, the guy who writes the Dilbert strip and has really syndicated himself in ways of just extraordinary success. Mark Andreessen, who's the venture capitalist that basically created Silicon Valley and has launched more billion-dollar unicorns than any human being on earth. And then Tim Ferriss, who of course is best known maybe for his podcast, maybe for his books, but they all talk about this concept of skill stacking, that if you can be really good at engineering, but you also have a degree in philosophy, and you're also competent at something, that might make you, even though you're not the #1 engineer in the world or the #1 doctor in the world, but if you have other skills that you can stack with that, you can become indispensable to the market, and you can create you could build a personal brand that can make you very, very wealthy. I'm a big believer in this. And if you ask me, okay, what are the 2 most important skills to stack? I believe we're going to start with the character stuff. It's okay, let's assume you're honest, you have integrity, you do things the right way, you have a work ethic. Okay. So then if we said, okay, what are the most lucrative skills? To me, it's writing and speaking. And if you can get proficient in those, you can, if you're a great speaker, look what speaking did for Steve Jobs. If you're a great author, what does writing books do for Robin Sharma or for Wayne Dyer or for other experts, right? So what I'm going to focus on at the Miami event is the platform skills, the speaking part of it, because that's one of the things they asked me about. I've been doing it for, since 1991. I'm in the Speaker Hall of Fame. I have spoken in more than 50 countries around the world, more than 2 million people. So I got a little experience with this. And the thing I can tell you is I've produced millions of dollars in income because of my speaking skills. And so I know we seems to be looking at early registrations. We seem to have a lot of people who are professional speakers or would like to become professional speakers. And that's exciting. But I also believe it's for everyone. Any kind of an entrepreneur, if we can improve your platform skills, if we can get it so that you could make a presentation to your board of directors and not be nervous, that you could walk in there and own the room and say, here's our vision. Here's my vision for where I think this company needs to go. And I need $30 million investment from the board to make this happen. And here's what we're going to do with this $30 million. And if you own the platform, if you have the ability to do that, that's what attracts people who buy into your message. And the same way, if you can do a presentation and get on a stage in front of, and I've been in front of 5,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, it doesn't matter if it's 30 people or 9,000. Once you know how to do the platform stuff, how to create the message and get it across to people, how to weave in humor, storytelling, case studies, take your knowledge and storytelling and make it about the audience, about the things they need to know to get to what they want to do, you're unstoppable. And so that's what I'm going to focus on, is how you become a rock star on the platform, how you can really connect with any audience on a world-class level whether you want to do inspirational type keynote speeches, if you want to do more workshop and seminar instructional type of programs, or if you're just an entrepreneur like a Steve Jobs or a Tim Cook or an Oprah Winfrey, who wants to be able to communicate your vision for a different business, but do it from the platform. That's the stuff that I'm going to be talking about at the Skill Summit. So I'm looking forward to that. And, I'm excited to meet a lot of you there at that.
That is awesome. And I personally am looking forward to learning.
Yes.
So first of all, for everybody who's watching this, you've got speakers here. We've been open speaking, and we're all we all know this one thing that Randy just said. Probably, if not emphatically, the #1 skill for you to expand your reach and your impact is to speak to groups and do it in a way with confidence. And the other thing you shared was knowing how to craft the message for the presentation. Because the way
because here's the thing, right? What you don't want to do is be on the rubber chicken circuit, which is what I'm going to define as you're the chiropractor who says to the Kiwanis Club, well, I can come and do a program on spine health for the Kiwanis, because we know there's going to be 33 people in that meeting saying, are you kidding me? This guy's going to be talking for 30 minutes on my spine. You know what I mean? We have to teach you how to create a compelling message that they want to crawl naked over broken glass and throw money at you to hear, because they know you're not. In other words, what we're really going to focus on at the summit is how you tailor this message. So it's not about you, your product, it's like a LinkedIn, right? You get a request on LinkedIn and you accept it. And then, Evie, thanks for accepting my request. My company does this, and, I'd love to schedule a call. It's like, put the sign of the cross, run away. Nobody wants to be pitched like that. But if we can create a presentation where you're providing real value and showing people how they're going to be able to accomplish the thing they want, then you won't be begging to speak on the rubber chicken circuit. You're going to have people coming to you and say, how can we get you to come and speak to our organization?
Oh, so good. So
good. Love that. I'm not going to forget that rubber chicken.
Yeah, the rubber chicken is what they serve you at the hotels. It all tastes like rubber, right?
Yeah. You do
it. Your hotel.
You do it for the free lunch. That's it. You get a rubber chicken lunch, and that's your fee. Yeah,
and it's really about shifting the positioning from it being about you to being about the audience and the people that you're serving. That is the fundamental shift that will have you be wanted, be sought out, and be giving the service to people that you really want to reach, without feeling like you're salesy and having to pitch, right? That's the other piece of it.
Yeah, it's positioning yourself as a valuable resource. And I know Pegine is going to talk about this at the event, because she's going to touch on branding and personal branding and how, branding is how the market perceives not just you. That's the surface. The great branding is how the market perceives what you can do for them, how the market perceives how you make them feel about themselves, right? That's when you're the influential expert or the thought leader. You're not the vendor there who's selling. And, if you book your chiropractic appointment today, there's $5 off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so Randy, thank you for making time. If you needed to pop off, I know you had other commitments today. So if you can stay, great. And if you need to pop off, we get it. So thank you so much. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Thank you, Randy. I look forward to your presentation, and we're so excited that we were able to get you on today. Thank you. We know we're going to learn a lot. I'm personally looking forward to learning a ton from you, like I always do when I hear you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, and I think we have a nice dovetail in our conversation, because in business, we do need to know how to sell. And there's a way to sell that's all about coming from that value proposition that Randy was just talking about. And that's what my friend Omar is going to be sharing. So Omar Periu, take it away.
Well, Randy's right on target. I mean, everything he said is what everybody needs to do. And part of that is selling. And selling is it all starts out with your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-image, because you see people, whether it's one-on-one or in a group, fall apart on stage when they're closing people. You can see it in their face. And what I want to teach everyone, because as you know, I wrote that book, The 1 Minute Meeting, that did very well. I'd like to teach everyone, the steps. It's kind of like I studied opera. I'm a lyric tenor. And in the opera, we sing the songs, the arias, and they have phrases, verses, crescendos, all these different things, and people don't realize that it's an art form, and you want to be able to express yourself through your story, your speech, and be able to have people lower their defenses so they want to hear your story and buy your offer, right? So what I'm going to do is talk to everyone about the selling process, embedded commands, neurolinguistics programming, how to sell people without even knowing that they got sold, right? People go, what happened? I mean, I'm on, of course, Success Resources Tour, Get Motivated since '94. One of the things that I want to share with people is I've been really fortunate to have a certain gift that I'm able to speak for 2/3 of the Fortune 500 companies where I'm mostly busy. And people don't realize that, you can make a lot of money being a corporate speaker and speaking at these corporations. But then when you do events that are joint ventures that a lot of us have always done, and we've done, those are more like, you do percentages and things like that. So what if you could do both? What if you could get paid a fee and get percentages? That's when you're really hitting the ballpark, right? Knocking it out of the ballpark. But for me, it's about, teaching people confidence, how to, because 80% of selling to me is why you do it, 20% is how. And then getting people to say, wow, this person's really sincere. I really love what they're saying. And I really would like to learn from them. Because I think that there's a lot of people out there that we see on the internet that aren't really the real deal. And they've just are very good at the internet, but they don't practice what they teach, or they don't teach people real value. What I like to do is leave people with value and teach people that, wow, if I could just learn from this man or woman, wouldn't that be great? And that's why what Randy was talking about, people want to run to the tables because they feel like sincerity, openness, and someone that's going to help them and coach them and lend that leader's hand. And that's what my goal is to be that day.
Awesome. And I've seen you and talked with you. We've had you on our stages for our events, and you do that flawlessly. So thank you. I'm excited.
Yep.
Awesome. Pegine.
That's
Yes.
me.
Hi there. So, and it's Pegine Echeverria, right?
It's just Pegine.
Oh,
Don't even go with the last name. If it's
let it go.
Oprah, Shakira, and Beyonce, first names are good enough for me.
I like it. Own it, girl. That's
Right,
confidence
that's
right
the
there,
whole
right?
story. Be who you are, be powerful, be you, and I'm so excited to be here. So, while Evie, I'm your coach, Randy has been my coach. And Randy, I'm so excited that you're here. Omar, you and I have known each other and seen each other years ago. So it's like I have La Familia aquí. We're here together. So I'm excited because I'm coming to talk to you about this. Out of sight and out of mind, I'll make sure you remember mine. See, if you don't know and people don't know you, they don't even know to be attracted to you. So how are you going to be bold, be brave, and be magnetic? And people want to be attracted to you. They want to fall in love with you. But if they don't know you, and if they don't experience you, and if they don't feel you, if your vibes aren't putting out in such a way that says, gosh, I gotta be with them. I gotta listen to them. I just need to even have a minute with them. That is how you start and open a conversation. And that means that you have to know how to really put yourself boldly out there, how to share your name, how to make sure that you're memorable. So for instance, yes, I have a last name, but if I give you my first name and I give you my last name, the chances of you remembering any of my names is slim.
Mhm.
But if I have one name, you will know and you will do this. Her name is kind of weird, starts with Pe. And the moment you do that, Randy, Omar, Evie, Nancy will say, oh, you mean Pegine. That's what you want to be able to do in your business. You want to make sure that people can be able to say, what was that person's name? Who were they? And have an experience. And that is key, to be unique, be yourself, know what it is, and be able to know it, own it, and share it. And you share it through video, you share it through the interactions that you have, you share it from the moment you walk in a networking event. And I'm going to be teaching you some tools to ensure that when you're walking to a network event, they remember you. I'm going to share you tools to make sure that when you're doing a video presentation, you are falling in love with the people that you're talking with, and they're falling in love with you. And there are certain strategies you want to do about that. You also want to make sure that in the way that you present, and Randy is a master at it, but how about with the times that you have to present when you're pitching your idea within 2 seconds to make people want to have an appointment with you? What does that look like? How about if you're selling a difficult topic or a difficult product for people to wrap their minds around it? How do you show up and share? Because people, it's an old saying, people want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And your brand, your boldness, and your behavior creates that trust and that love. So get ready, because I'm going to do 5 techniques that you can do. You're going to be interacting. This is not just a sit in the seat kind of experience. You have to be experiential, and you have to have people fall in love with you. So I'm ready to fall in love with you, and I'm ready to have you fall in love with me, and to learn how to say, out of sight and out of mind, I'll make sure you remember mine, because you'll never forget that chance.
I love it. I wish it was starting now. I got to tell you, I wish it was starting now.
That's her energy all the time.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. I am excited and eager to learn from you at this event. So thanks for making time to be with us today, Pegine. And
Nancy, I'm just going to tell you something, because people don't recognize and understand. What am I talking about? When I've been able to close $1 million deals in front of generals and admirals, go in and talk to them and only have 5 minutes. You better know that they have to fall in love with you and trust you. If I'm talking to women leaders at the highest levels of corporations, they have to be able to fall in love with and say, I'm willing to write that check. And so for me, I'm in the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame, closed $1 million deals within 3 weeks, have sold millions. And like I said, Randy Gage has been my mentor and my coach. Hey, you know, if you want to play with brand, you better play with the best. So that's what I just wanted to share, Nancy.
It's beautiful. It's a place to be. You have assembled an amazing group of people. And I want to say for you, Evie, the fact that you could pull together all of us and the other presenters and speakers that are going to be there speaks to the level of integrity and longevity that you've had in business. So I honor you and I'm grateful for you. This is going to be extraordinary.
Thank you. Same here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. And I don't think
I'm excited. And
I know, right?
There's great energy, and they know. I tell people, I promise you that you're going to walk out and you're going to be like, wow, and you're going to transform your business, you know? And the good thing is that I'm going to be doing follow-up with people up to 90 days after, because I want them to take action and move their business to the next level. I know I will. Hey, I'm the first one. I'm so excited that I'm going to be learning from each of you. And I know that just like I'm going to be learning, everybody's going to be learning. And I'm just super psyched, and I can't wait till we all are in the same room together, sharing and growing together, because I know that the people that are coming are ready for all of you, for all of us. So I am delighted that you all said yes. And I'm just grateful, and I'm looking forward. I'm super excited.
Me too. Me too. And the final thing that I'll share, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. And the link will be somewhere up or down or in the feed or something. And the final thing that I'll share is for all of you that are watching this video that are thinking about joining us at this event, and you may say, oh, I've got something else already booked, or I don't know if I can afford it. If any of those stories are coming up for you, number one, recognize that they're stories. And just like Evie continuously stepped outside of her comfort zone to make this happen for you, what are you going to make happen for you? I don't think you'll have an opportunity to be in the presence of this caliber of people that she's brought together, as well as the other attendees, any other time this year. So if there's one event you next go to, this should be it.
Absolutely.
That's why I knew I had to be there.
Omar, you're the sales guy. Explain to these ladies they need to start giving out a website where people can buy tickets.
You call to action, Randy. Call to action, please.
That's right. That's right, Randy. Thank you for speaking up. Make sure you go to strategicgrowthsummit.com right now. strategicgrowthsummit.com. If you want the VIP experience with JB Glossinger, who's not here, but who's an amazing human being and an amazing podcaster, make sure that you join the VIP experience, because we're going to have a VIP experience with JB at lunchtime. So make sure you go to strategicgrowthsummit.com right now.